Welcome to my presentation. It's DUI Drive and it's reactionless drive. It's marketed by Quack Solution Nepal. My email address is duidrive24@gmail.com. You can visit our site duidrive.com. And first of all, I would like to make clear that DUI means it's Dui in Nepali. It's Dui, and Dui means 2 in English. It's just a number 2. I named it because 2 mass are compulsory needed for this propulsion to be possible, so I named it 2 in English, and in Nepali it's DUI Drive. Okay, let's begin the presentation. The following presentation is to introduce DUI Drive and demonstrate how DUI Drive generates reactionless thrust with basic physics, explaining with detailed and multiple video demonstration. I have a lot of videos demonstration in this presentation which makes clear the theory which I am going to mention later in this presentation. DUI Drive is currently a patent pending technology to propel any vehicle in an advanced and efficient way. It's currently patent pending in few countries right now. I think one country it's already done, it's USA, and another country it's on the process. I think it's currently already done maybe. Okay, let's go for the next slide. Currently, it is established concept that every propulsion system practiced in the world needs a support of medium it travels in or reaction mass for propulsion. Currently, when something moves forward, it has to throw something backward. It's a concept that we are practicing, but that concept, let's see a 12-second slow motion video and let's discuss about it again. Let's play this video. Here's there is no any contact between hand and the rotor. It's body, rotor means body. There is no contact between. Let's watch it once again. There is no contact. The thread cutter just cuts the thread and both the bodies react with each other and move forward. Nothing moves that bodies forward externally. Neither it's pushed in both the videos. It's not both, it's only one video. I'm sorry for that. In the video, 2 corresponding bodies travel in same direction, but there is no any wheel mechanism with engines to move the bodies in that direction. The movement of those 2 bodies are not because of any engines. There is no any mechanism currently known that propels those 2 bodies in that direction. There is no any slingshot. There is no any matter or force that pushes it. There is no any chemical reaction and exhaust mass mechanism just like a rocket to push that bodies in direction. There is only one thread cutter, which thread cutter cuts the thread and the bodies move in one direction. Nothing pushes it, but it moves forward without reacting with anything, without reacting with the medium. What makes those bodies move like that without any reaction. This is what this presentation is all about. This presentation is all about moving a body without any reaction. It's DUI drive, a reactionless drive. Okay, let's go to the background now. Land-based vehicles depend upon friction between vehicle wheel and road. When you can clearly see in the picture, the off-road vehicle is moving and throwing the mud backward. The contact between the road and the wheel, the friction between the wheel and the road moves the vehicle here. There is a contact with the medium, and similarly you can see a boat. Water-based vehicle require interaction with water. The boat pushes the water backward and the boat moves forward, and it happens with all water-based vehicle. And similarly you can see a plane is moving forward, and the plane engines capture the air sucks the air and pushes forward, and the plane body moves forward. It also uses air to move forward, throws air backward, and its body move forward. And let's see another slide. And here's space-based propulsion system like rockets require reaction mass to carry with them and backfires exhaust mass to move. The rocket carries its mass for it to propel forward in the space. Exhaust mass it needs to carry for reaction. But DUI drive is a very different type of drive, requiring an interaction with medium or exhaust mass for propulsion. It doesn't require, using DUI drive, you don't require any interaction with any medium. Like you don't have to interact with water for a boat to move on the water. You don't have to interact with ground, road for a vehicle to move on the road, and no exhaust mass for propulsion. You don't have to carry any mass for exhaust for any rockets in space. Any land-based vehicle using DUI drive can go on road without any connection of powertrain to the wheel, increasing the possibilities of the off-road drive. You can go travel to the desert, in the middle of desert, and you don't have to catch the grip of the sand. So you can travel anywhere in the desert, anywhere in the muddy field, anywhere. So increasing the possibilities of off-road drive. This is the solution that DUI drive gives. And it's also give another solution, like extra kinetic energy is wasted in water and air-based vehicle to throw back water and air respectively to move the vehicle forward. While moving in water and air, the kinetic energy the vehicle has to spend to throw air or water backward is very significant amount. It pushes back the water, air backward, and it moves its body forward. The kinetic energy is required to push the water or air backward, which could be saved. And this technology seems to be very efficient one compared to the current one. and space-based vehicle could propel in space without the help of any propellants or exhaust mast powered by solar power using DUI drive. You don't have to carry, the space-based vehicle doesn't have to carry any exhaust mass for propulsion. They can simply move from power collected from the solar panel. So easy. Now let's come to the point how DUI drive works. DUI drive works using at least one pair of solid bodies which are usually circular in shape interacting with each other in a specified way. Yes, how it works. Let's go another slide. Here are two bodies. This is body A and this is body B. For some reason it's shown circular, and circular bodies are used here mostly because if one cycle ends, the another cycle has to start, and it's easier for ending one cycle and starting another cycle instantaneously. So circular one is used, but any other shaped rotor could be there. It's the bodies, but it's called rotor because it always rotates. We'll know it later on. Let's call it rotor and rotor 2. And force is applied, force F1 and F2 is applied on point A and B, exactly symmetrical to the line of symmetry. The line of symmetry passes through the center of two bodies, and it's both bodies are exactly symmetrical to the line of symmetry, and it's the center line. The center line passes through the center of both the bodies, the geometric center, the center of gravity, center of mass, everything. And this one is front part and this one is back part. The force need to be applied on point A and point B. This is the theory, and let's do it practically. I have already explained this one. In the above figure, when the pair of opposite forces F1 and F2 acts on symmetric point of two rotors on point A and B, linear momentum is generated in the direction D1 and D2, along with circular momentum on direction D3 and D4 by rotors 1 and 2 simultaneously. Let's see again. If we apply force on point A and B, F1 and F2 on point A and B, these two bodies move in the direction D1 and D2, like we already viewed in the introduction video. And as a byproduct, we receive another motion too. It's both the bodies rotate in this direction and this direction, opposite direction, which could be absorbed easily. Okay, let's go for the next slide. This slide we have already discussed. Let's go for the moment of both the rotors is reactionless in nature because it doesn't interact with medium it travels for propulsion, neither uses any exhaust mass. Okay, let's start this theory. Let's take two solid bodies called rotor 1 and rotor 2 and few more stops as shown in figure. Okay, as said before, this is rotor 1, this is rotor 2, this is rubber band grip, this is thread cutter, this is rubber band. And let's tie it up like this. Let's tie the rubber band in the rubber band grip just like this, and this is balanced by the thread over here. This is rotor 2 in both cases, but you can easily understand. Its thread is tight here, balancing the rubber band, and this is the thread cutter. Okay, let's go for the action. The rubber band ties both the rotors and stores a potential energy and is held by the thread in balances, neutralizing the force of rubber band. Now let's cut the thread with thread cutter and release the force stored in the rubber band, and that's the exact force F1 and F2 as we have already discussed in the theory. Now let's go for action. Let's see the video what it happens. The thread is cut with the thread cutter over here. Boom. Both the rotors moved. Boom. Both the rotors moved in same direction, and it's all because of the force from the rubber and band acting on the rotors. The motion is achieved due to interaction between the rotors only and nothing to do with the whiteboard. The motion of the rotors is achieved by interacting with each other, and it doesn't have to interact with medium it travels, like boat reacts with water, airplane reacts with air, spaceship rocket reacts with exhaust mass, but nothing reacts with two bodies that moves forward with air. This proves that something can move forward without pushing anything backward. Okay, I don't trust with only one experiment, so let's try another experiment. Let's go for the next one, next stroke. Okay, let's play this. Again the rubber band is cut. See how it moves. Now it has traveled almost 35, average 30 cm, 35 cm in average, and here's the thread. It was caught by the thread cutter, and it could be seen on slow motion video, but anyway, you can visualize it. The second stroke did as expected. Let's go for the third one. Actually, the force is so high that it crossed the board that is focused on, so I'll try to reduce the number of rubber bands over there so that it could be seen on the board, and the distance covered by the rotors could be easily measured. Okay, this is the third stroke. Okay, this could be measured now. It's 15 cm. From here to here it has traveled 15 cm, and it's good. And again, I want to make you clear that these two bodies has traveled from here to here without any reaction, by pushing. It moves from here to here without pushing anything, just reacting with each other. So this proves that two bodies can move forward by reacting with each other, but not reacting with anything other than these two. This is now proved because we have three demonstration. Okay, let's move on. In stroke 3, rotors travel around 15 cm of reactionless drive, which is least in all three. Before, in first and second experiment, it has crossed the screen, so it is not measured here in the screen, but it has moved much more farther than the third one. This is enough to prove that matter can move forward without interacting with any medium or help of any reaction exhaust mass blowing in opposite direction. Yes, this is enough to prove it. Let's move. Now let's move some load with rotors. Till now we have propelled only two rotors, but now we want to propel this one. This is very lightweight, two aluminum scales and very lightweight plastic scale with bearing, very frictionless bearing, 3 frictionless bearing, and the rotors will be attached with it. Let's see how rotors and rotors track. I call this rotors track. Let's see. Okay, here it is. The rotors could slide on the rotors track, and these are the bearings, so it will be very less friction. Okay, let's go for the action. Rotors are only limited to slide in only one direction in the rotor's track. Moreover, rotor's track has three pivoted wheels that allows the rotor to move in any direction with very less friction. The the wheels allows the body to move in any direction, so the result of experiment will be more exact. Let's take a rotor's track for a ride. Okay, let's play this video. Okay, the thread is cut. Okay, look, this proves that the rotors can, in stroke 1, the interaction between the rotors drive the rotor's track. This means rotors propel a vehicle too. The rotors carry some payload with itself. One is not enough, so let's try a few more times and get confirmed. Okay, let's play this video again. Okay, only the thread is cut. Okay, let's see again. Only the thread is cut. That nothing pushes the let's call this spaceship. Nothing pushes this spaceship forward. The momentum is generated within two bodies and it propels the payload too. Stroke 2 also perform as expected, and now let's go for stroke 3. Okay, let's stroke 3. Let's play this. Here the thread is cut and the vehicle is not pushed, but it has moved around how much? 20, and in average this is the center of gravity 1, 2, and it's 30 cm. This rotor has traveled 30 cm. Rotors equipped with payload has traveled 30 cm, and 30 cm is not a joke. This demonstration is enough to prove that DUI drive technology can drive a vehicle. Now let's put DUI drive to a next test, that is propelling vertically up in the air against gravity. Okay, this video is already too long, but I want to end up here, and I want to make next part. In the next part, the DUI drive will go directly up and against the gravity with load and without load too. This much for this presentation. Okay, we'll see in the next presentation. Thank you.